Hello, welcome to this episode of Sports Bets for Free. My name is Scott Jenkins, your host, just a local sports bettor here in Phoenix, Arizona. And hopefully today with our bets and your bets, it's going to be another profitable day for you. This episode brought to you by Outlier.com as well. So if you're looking to get ahead when it comes to sports wagering, Outlier.com, available in the App Store or online on your laptop or desktop. But an excellent way. We will have links for you at the end of the show as well for Outlier for you guys to check out, as it's a great way to break down tons of data for not many dollars per month and help you with your betting advantage. We're on to Saturday, July 19th, Major League Baseball slate. We've had we had a bunch of games on Friday. Had a little bit of all over the games. To be really honest, the Orioles once again didn't show up offensively. The Dodgers late in that game, what a turd by the offense. I thought their offense would start to turn it around. It got worse. But the Brewers have been playing well for weeks. So, that's, I guess, not totally to be unexpected there on that one. But it was bad day for the Dodgers. Cubs came out in the early game, won 4-1. We kind of thought they did. The Royals bullpen starting pitcher didn't help much either, as Lugo gave up, 5 runs early. Royals take the lead by a couple runs in extras, and then really 3 runs in the 10th. Thank you, Carlos Estevez. I can't believe, first of all, Estevez was an all-star, but even worse. Rays beat the O's 11-1. The Orioles don't show up offensively once again, but Gunnar Henderson has a double and a triple. Padres won big as we thought they would in that one. Angels upset the Phillies. The Angels are better on the road, folks. And if you're, their offense seems to click a little bit more there. Blue Jays with the easy win. Verlander still winless. Mets get upset. Lodolo. And the Mets bullpen giving up a 4 through the 8th inning, the Reds score every damn inning. Guardians with a big number. Braves, big win. We told you they would. Rangers won, which we thought, but we didn't expect it to be a 2-0 game there. 6-4 Rockies. We were just a run short on the back end, but first 5 was definitely cash there. Surprised the D-backs came through. And Astros and Mariners win 6-1. So kind of some surprising stuff there on Friday. Saturday, let's get rocking and rolling as we've got a lot of stuff going on. First of all, if you're new to our show, welcome. Secondly, we do fade or follow 4 teams in Major League Baseball: Cubs, Dodgers, Royals, and Orioles. That's where we put all of our bets. We are going to give you plays throughout the entire lineup, though. So if there's another game you're on or want to play, don't worry about it. Don't sweat it. No big shake. We'll get to that game and give you some options. First game up, Giants and the Blue Jays. Webb for the Giants, Lauer for the Blue Jays. So impressive offensive performance by the Giants in game 1. They scored nada or 0 or what the hell. Logan Webb, Eric Lauer in this one. Lauer has not pitched that bad whatsoever, that bad at all here. ERA under 3. He's been pretty, earned run wise, been pretty impressive. The whip's a little over 1. And being, throwing, left-hander, last few starts out, 4 innings pitched, couple runs, 6 innings, couple runs, 4 1/3, 3 runs. If he can go 5-6 here and give up just 2, I think that's an excellent chance for the Blue Jays. Logan Webb not as dominant on the road either. I think that definitely helps. Webb's much better at home. He gave up 6 his last time against the Dodgers at home. A's gave up a couple. Diamondbacks gave up 3. But on the road so far this season, road ERA is pushing 4. Day game wise, he's better at night than day game wise as well. If you're looking at some splits here, to be really honest, the Giants struggling offensively. I understand they have the better pitcher here, but I think the wrong team's probably favored here. To be really honest, it's not a monster difference, but it's enough of a difference here. I think we got to play this. So Blue Jays plus a half a run, first 5 innings. Blue Jays plus 1.5 for the game. I'd also sprinkle money line first 5 and money line. for the game as well for the Blue Jays. Them being at home, I think definitely helps here. If you can get the Blue Jays over 3.5 team total, I think that's also excellent value. Lauer under 2.5 earned runs might be an excellent play for you as well. Normally he doesn't go extremely deep into games, but the way the Giants have been hitting, can you really trust the Giants to score 3 at any point? Unless it's against the Dodgers. Then all of a sudden the offense is ridiculous, right? Next game up at 4:10 Eastern time, Reds and the Mets. Clayton Holmes against Nick Martinez. So what do we expect here in this matchup? So surprise on Friday. Did not expect the Reds to generate that much offensively. Lodolo was better than, we thought it was going to be. Maybe it was the Mets offense, combination of both, probably so in this one here. I don't know how the Mets are going to lose 2 in a row in this particular spot. Martinez always is much better at home than on the road here. Clayton Holmes not my favorite. Clay Holmes not my favorite pitcher on God's green earth, and I think the Mets are a shade overvalued here, but if you're playing money line, I think you got to play the Mets here. Mets minus half a run, first 5. Mets money line for the game. Nick Martinez is probably going to give up some runs on the road, so I don't know how you don't play the Mets over their team total in this spot either. Not only do you got Nick Martinez, but that bullpen can give up quite a bit as well in that one. If you're looking for, batter prop wise, Frankie Lindor's 2 for 5 against him. Nemo is 2 for 6 against him. Soto 1 for 1 with the home run. So I think you got 3 excellent guys there if you're looking for some batter props on the Mets side in order to get something else done as well. Next game up, Royals and the Marlins, 4:10 Eastern time. If the Royals' prime example wasn't to sell off some assets after last night's game, I honestly don't know what to tell you. If that didn't prove to them why they need to move on, Estevez should be available, right? Ursig, I love Ursig when he's pitched. He should be available. They really don't got too many other relievers, I think, that anybody's going to be desirably after. Lugo should be available. Waka should be available. Lorenzen should be available. Those guys easily, I think, they're batting prop. I don't know, batting-wise. I mean, Bobby Witt's not available, obviously. I don't think Miguel Garcia is either, unless somebody overwhelms them. Salvador Perez, probably the same thing, as he's probably going to retire a Royal. But I don't know how you don't put all those pieces together. Even against Alcantara, it wasn't fabulous. Waka versus Cole Quantrill in this one. So there's success on both sides. Kyle Stowers right now, by the way, for the Marlins, is smoking hot. Game before the All-Star break, 3 home runs in a game, couple on last night's game. He is on fire. Total. So if we look at the line in this game, the Royals are $1.16 favorite and a favorite on the run line. I'll be really honest with you. Maybe so. I can't trust that bullpen to get anything done. So we'll give you all the bets we've got in this one. We're going over 8.5 is where we're focused on the totals here. Royals Marlins over 2.5 runs first 3, 4.5 first 5, 6.5 first 7, 8.5 for the game. Royals and the Marlins both over their 3.5 team total. I understand there's a little bit of juice there. I'd much rather play them to score 4 than I would to score 5. It's only 20%, right? But it makes a big difference in some of these games, man. So especially when you're betting both of them. If you're only going to take one side, okay. If you think one team's going to hammer the other pitcher, go for it. Then we've got 4 batters, 5 bets apiece in this one as well. So we expect a big batting day. Sanchez, Stowers, Bobby Witt, Salvador Perez. Home run, double, over 1.5 hits, runs, RBIs, 2+ total bases, and 3+ total bases. All right, now we get on to the next game here. Angels and the Phillies. UC Kikuchi for the Angels, the strikeout master for only pitching 5 innings normally at a time. Taijuan Walker for the Phils. Phillies about $1.30 favorite. Total at 9.5 in this game. After yesterday's performance, do you have a lot of confidence in your Phillies? I still don't understand how you lose that game if you're the Phils. I really don't. I don't know. Like I said, I'm still stupefied or stumpified or stupid or whatever you want to call it after that one yesterday. I'm in shock over that game, to be really honest. And UC's had pretty good success against, not a lot of at-bats. Again, it's in Nick Castellanos is 0 for 5. Bryce Harper's 0 for 3. Schwarber's 0 for 3. Sosa is 2 for 2, but we don't expect, all the offense to come out of Sosa there. Now, on the other side there, Rengifo is 2 for 4. Soler, 3 for 12. Mike Trout has had monster numbers against Taijuan Walker. What is he at? Like 10 for 19? 3 home runs lifetime, OPS of over 1,700. So let's put it to you this way. Regardless if you play a side here, I think you have to play Trout. First of all, he's back at home in Philly, right, which is always big. And Trout, this season hasn't been as good as some of his others, but he's stayed healthier than he has for a lot of the last few seasons as well. I think we're calling upset in this one. I think where the major advantage for the Angels is going to be in the first 5 innings. So I don't know if I'd necessarily tell you to bet the game here, but I would tell you to play Trout, and I'd tell you to play him for 2+ total bases and over 1.5 hits, runs, RBIs. Also, Angels money line front 5. UCKs, also take a look there as well. I think that's about probably where we stop in this game. I think this is, both bullpens not that great. I can't believe still the Phillies haven't pulled something off for a bullpen. This race is tight with the Mets. Every win's going to kind of be important coming down the stretch. Kind of surprised they haven't made a move yet already for a bullpen piece, but I guess we'll see if they're going to make one. If they lose another one, though, I assume they're going to be on the phones a little bit faster than not. Next game up, Pirates, White Sox at 6:40 Eastern time. So yesterday, Pirates went to work. I mean, White Sox gave up a boatload. No easier way to, it's hard to say anything rather than that. I mean, they gave up double-digit runs. What the hell? I don't, once again, it's one of those things. It's like, okay, what did we just do? Anyway, Tommy Pham, 6 for 12. And this one, lifetime against Hauser. So maybe let's see, take a look here through the other stats. Nick Gonzalez is 2 for 2 lifetime. O'Neal Cruz 1 for 4 lifetime with a home run. The amazing part here is that the Pirates are only $1.30 favorite. I think that's realistically a steal. I know it's the Pirates, right? So I understand. That's the reason why they're only $1.30 favorite here. But Pirates money line front 5, first 5 innings. Pirates money line for the game. Pirates money line first 3 and 7 as well. If you got books that offer the first 3 and 7 innings. I think the Pirates get on top here early and just figure out a way to hang on and make the White Sox go quietly into the night in this game and take game 2 of this series, kind of like they did game 1. So as well. Next game up, Padres and the Nationals, 6:45 Eastern time. Darvish versus Parker in this one. I mean, Darvish, couple starts back. He hasn't pitched, great, right? At all. He's had a couple of, let's take a look here. He's had 2 starts, 4 2/3, gave up 4, 3 2/3, gave up a couple. But the Padres bullpen's pretty strong. Definitely stronger than what you're going to see from the National side of things when it comes to the bullpen here. But and a left-hander going here for the Nats. I mean, 5 for 9 for Arias against them lifetime. Bogart's even 1 for 3. Tatis does not have a hit off him lifetime. Machado, Machado's 1 for 5 off of him. And the Padres didn't warm up till late in that game. I think they scored 5. The game was 2-2 pretty much the whole game. They scored 5 top of the ninth. That just kind of shows you, I think, a little bit more what that Nationals bullpen is capable of doing, which is god-awful to say the least in this one here. Padres are only $1.40 favorite here. Totals at 9. I think you got multiple ways to attack this game, to be really honest. First of all, take that 9 down to 8.5, take the push out of play, over 8.5, over 4.5 to front 5 as well, total runs in this game. I think we can see some runs on both sides, and we can see them early as well. Also, I like the Padres in this particular spot. Over their team total of 4.5, I think is definitely a great possibility there. Does James Wood get back on the horse? We'll see in this one, but I like the Padres again. As the Padres do one thing extremely well, and that's beat up on teams below 500. Where they tend to struggle is they lead the league in ground outs by far, as they ground out more than anybody else. But teams above 500 or competitive teams, they seem to struggle with a little bit more. But teams below 500, they are really good against, and they're one of the worst teams in the league, teams above 500. So the Padres are going to make – I assume the Padres are probably going to try to make some moves here, or maybe get another reliever. I don't know if a starter is going to be in their price range, if they've given up some prospects as of late. But I kind of like – I like the Padres one more time in this slot. Next game up, 7:05 Eastern time frame. Orioles in the Rays. Rays slight favorite here, about $1.20 favorite, $1.20. Kremer versus Zach Little in this one. So – after yesterday's debacle and the way that the Orioles scored like hardly any runs going into the break, it's hard to really get behind the Orioles here. I'll be honest with you. We took them yesterday. It was an absolute disaster. Gunner's finally hitting, but Jackson Holiday, Westberg, and Laureano, and a couple of, Mullins have all cooled off here as of late. So with that being said, I guess we don't – and the bullpens for both teams are bad. So it really boils down to a lot for starter. Dean Kremer's actually pitched really well last 4 or 5 starts. Little's he's had a couple issues here, but nothing I think we're going to worry about too much with the Tampa Bay Rays here. So Rays money line, we're only going to play -1.5. Normally we play the 2.5 and 3.5 as well. We're only going to play the 1.5 here, just to give you a heads up. Also, Rays over the 4.5 team total. Rays money line, first 3, 5, and 7 innings. We're going to play 3 hitters in this one as well. Brandon Lowe, Junior Caminero. Caminero, another big day. He's 3 for 4, I think, against Kremer lifetime as well. We like, and Kremer's actually done well here. So this could be just the bullpens giving up runs. So do not be surprised if this thing's lower scoring early. For all of you that just want to take an over or something in this game, this is something like a live over, probably going to be a little bit better if you're looking to take a total live. But 3 hitters, Lowe, that's Brandon Lowe, Caminero, and then Gunnar Henderson, as he's been hot. Same 5 bets apiece, home run double, over 1.5 hits, runs, RBIs, 2+ total bases, and 3+ total bases. Next game up, Tigers and the Rangers one more time. Game 2 of this set, and it's at 7:05 Eastern time. So the Rangers slight favorite here. Rocker at home against Montero. Both the offense's problems that they have with the offense both shined their heads yesterday in a 2-0 game. I'll be really honest with you. We expected more scoring out of that particular matchup. I was shocked that the Tigers couldn't put up anything. And then the Rangers only putting up to 2. But we got 2 starting pitchers again who can give up boatloads of runs. I mean, Rocker's ERA is over 6. Montero, for some reason, is only a little over 4 here. But don't let that ERA fool you on him, because he allows runners all over the place all the time. None of the guys have any history against either starter. This one, slight lean for us here for the Rangers. I think they can pull game 2 of this series. At home, they start to make a run here. They are plus 1.5 on the run line, so a favorite on the money line and a dog on the run line. Don't let that fool you either. I did Rangers money line first 5. Rangers money line for the game. We'll see if both offenses kind of wake up here a little bit. I expect them to with the starting pitchers here, but like I said, a little disappointed after that 2-0 game. But Texas at home, not a bad squad, right? So now, are they going to make a run here at Houston and the Mariners? I think they can, but they're going to need some help. They're definitely going to need bullpen help. And they're going to need that offense to become a little bit more consistent. And they're getting close, healthy-wise. Seager's there. You got Garcia's there. A lot of talk, maybe they're going to be sellers. I think they're going to make another run for it. The American League's kind of open for those last, those wild card spots as well. So I think they make a little bit of run here. Like the Rangers front five, Rangers money line for the game. I don't know if I'd play too much else in that one, but definitely some options there in the Rangers and Tigers game. Next game up, 7:10 Eastern time. Guardians, Allen versus Severino in this one here. So the Guardians, they hit. They finally hit, right? So congratulations to them, 8-6 win. And a couple of hitters. Jose Ramirez has had really good success against Severino lifetime. He's 5 for 13 with 3 homers. It's always good. Santana about 20 at bats, only hitting a little over 200 on that one there. And when it comes to the other side here against LT Allen, the left-hander, Butler only a couple at bats, hasn't done anything. Langeliers 6 at bats, he's 2 for 6. Schoonman 1 for 2 with a homer. Urshela 1 for 2. Urias 1 for 2. Could this be another Brent Rooker day? He's 0 for 3 against him lifetime. Yeah, I think we could see some scoring here. Let's be honest. Both guys, I think, can give up the ball here. Total's at 9. I'd make it a little bit simpler and take it down to 8.5, take the push out of play on that one. So Guardians, A's over 4.5 the first 5 innings, over 8.5 for the game. Jose Ramirez, I believe you got to throw in that mix as well. As he's awesome. Jacob Wilson maybe gets back on track here with a hit or 2 hits in this game as well. I think we got options there. Brent Rooker as well. He gets left-handed pitching normally pretty strong. So for him to be 0 for against him is kind of surprising, to be really honest, but not a lot of at-bats. Next game up at 7:15 Eastern time frame. I think we got a Fox game here for sure. Red Sox and the Cubs. Shota versus Brian Bello. So Shota lately, he did give, first couple trips back, gave up some home runs. They were solo shots, so he kept the run total down. It was a 4-1 game yesterday. The Cubs had a lot of opportunities, though, and didn't take advantage of it. I'll give Giolito credit. That thing could have been 10-0 pretty easily if the Cubs could have figured out how not to have first and second and with nobody out and strike out 3 freaking times right behind it, or pop up and 2 strikeouts. So I'll give the Red Sox credit. Bello hasn't pitched horribly bad at all. He's actually been decent last 4 to 5 starts as well. We still expect Shota to keep that offense down for the Red Sox. I know they were hot. I know they can hit left-handers. But Ref Snyder's they're one of their guys that normally crushes left-handers, and lately he's been struggling. And you got the young kids going against the lefty as well. Navarez has been a little bit down. Duran normally doesn't hit left-handers too terrifically well. We expect Bregman, though, to have a really good game as he's been hot as of late. Maybe he gets off a homer in this one. But we also Carson Kelly's going to play him, and Michael Busch moving to the top of the lineup. It's been a little, inconsistent there, but it's been better than Ian Happ. So I still can't believe they didn't move PCA to the top of the lineup, to be really honest. Cubs are about $1.50 favorite here. They should be. They're the better overall team for sure. So let's give you all the plays in this game. Cubs, money line, -1.5, 2.5, and 3.5 on the run line. And for those of you who don't understand, please take a look at the Google Sheets. We do not play the same wager and unit size on everything. We play a lot more on the 1.5 than we do on the 2.5 and 3.5. But you're getting such bigger plus money at those. It's definitely worth a throw. As I think the Cubs covered the 2.5 yesterday, so they covered the money line 1.5 and 2.5. Do they cover the 3.5? Possibility here. The Cubs offense especially has a chance to explode at any point, and they also lead the league in run differential as well. So they can come out there. I mean, the Cubs are still looking for a starter. I think they desperately need 2 bullpen pieces, but it sounds like they want a guy to eat some innings as well. But when it comes to the playoffs, which the Cubs have an excellent chance making it there, they're going to need some bullpen pieces for sure because Counsell likes to pull a little bit early as well. Cubs over 4.5 team total. Cubs minus half a run first 3, 5, and 7 innings. Carson Kelly and Michael Busch are the two hitters we're focused on in this game. I don't know if Kelly's going to play or if it's going to be Reese McGuire here, but I do like both of them for home run, double, over 1.5 hits, runs, RBIs, 2+ total bases, and 3+ total bases as well. Next game up, Cardinals and the D-backs, Ryan Nelson, Sonny Gray. So I'll be honest, we were wrong on game 1 of this series. Fott came in, pitched well. Poliente gave up some runs. I honestly thought the D-backs were ready to fold this up. And like I told you, watch them screw this shit up and all of a sudden be in the hunt again when they should be ready to sell off some pieces. As I just don't think they got enough to get home to get one of these wild cards. So, and they're not catching the Dodgers, even if the Dodgers continue to play shitty like they did on Friday. So I don't know if they got enough to catch the Giants or the Padres, to be really honest. Their bullpen is just bad. Starting pitching, Merrill Kelly's been nice, but the rest of it hasn't been that great. Brian Fott started off the season so well, and then all of a sudden he went to turds. Ryan Nelson was good until, then I had a couple starts where it's been kind of ugly here, and then, ugly to say the least. Now, the Cardinals do have their best pitcher going on Saturday here at 7:15 Eastern time. We expect the Cardinals in this one. They're barely favored in this one, so I think you can catch the Cardinals and Sonny Gray at a good number here. So Cardinals money line first 5 innings, Cardinals money line for the game as well. We expect maybe not a ton of scoring here, but 5-4 game wouldn't surprise us. Maybe a close game. I'm tempted here to play the Cardinals though to win by 2, but not enough to where I've got to bring the hammer out by any stretch of the imagination. But we do like the Cardinals to get the win, have a lead early, and kind of just hold on to it there to finish the game. Next game up, Yankees and the Braves, 7:15 Eastern time as well. Wentz for the Braves, Will Warren for the Yankees here. So the Yankees are actually favored. Wow, after getting their clocks cleaned yesterday on Friday, they're favored here in this one. This is not the easiest game on earth, I think, with Will Warren. Now, the good news is they're going against a youngster here in Wentz, who has not pitched well. And, he's left-handed, which definitely, I think, helps Judge. I think it helps Giancarlo Stanton here as well, Joey Wentz. Wentz has been around the block. It's not like he's not like he's 20 years old like Fuentes or something to that effect. Goldschmidt's 1-for-1 against him lifetime. Stanton's 1-for-2 with the home run against him lifetime. Volpe's 2-for-4. And let's see, Chisholm, even though lefty, he's 1-for-2 against him. Judge 0-for-3 against him lifetime. So just keep that in mind on this one. I don't like Will Warren here that much, but I tell you what does kind of excite us in this one. That's that total at 9.5. I think easily we could see some runs in this game on both sides of the ball. I think the Braves can hit Will Warren, as most people do, and you definitely could see some offense off the Yankee side. So look for home runs in this game because both these teams are home run reliant if they're going to get over this 9.5 total. So Acuna, I think, has definitely got to be an option there. Olsen, I think, has got to be an option. And I will say this, yes, run first inning, as Will Warren gives up. If he's going to give up runs, normally it's in the first. It was where he gets in trouble. And walks is especially his area. So if the Braves are patient and let that count go a little bit, I think they could definitely get on base here. Acuna to steal a base might be a possibility here, so if he gets walked in the first especially. But I think a lot of options here. For the total, over 9.5, over 5, front 5. And we just gave you a bunch of player prop options as well. I think Stanton, somebody you got to hop on, Acuna and Olsen as well. I think, like I said, I think there's a lot of options if you want to play in that Braves and Yankees game. Next game up, 8:10 Eastern time frame. Rockies and the Twins. Zebby Matthews and Cincinnati. So every time Cincinnati's on the mound, if his hits are at 5.5, you got to play the over, as he does give up more hits than any other starting pitcher. And the Twins were a little disappointing yesterday. Zebby Matthews has not been great for the Twins all season long. This is another game here. We told you over 10.5 yesterday. The line went to 11. Now it's at 11.5 already, and it's heavily juiced to the over. So this thing's probably going to move to 12. I'd still play at 11.5 on an alt line, even if it moves here. Over 5.5 the front five. Over 11.5 for the game. Would not be surprised if the Rockies get another one in this series as well. And you're getting some decent money on the Rocks. I mean, the Rocks in this one at plus 160-ish to win 2 in a row. I think you could catch them here, to be really honest. The Rocks have caught some teams of late. They caught the Reds on the road, actually, as well. So you definitely got some opportunities here. I think overs are a good possibility. Home runs, once again. I think Buxton, you got to look at him. You got to look at hits on Cincinnati as well. If you can get it at 5.5, if it's 6.5, I wouldn't play it as heavy, but I still might play him to get 7 hits, as the Rockies are going to leave their starters in a little bit longer than probably should, especially since they're probably anticipating a high run game. And Rockies plus 1.5, I think is a good option there. You can get that at plus money, plus 2.5 as well. Rockies money line, all good options for you. Then we'll get up to the 9:10 Eastern time frame game. Dodgers and the Brouhahas. Sheehan versus Freddie Peralta. Nobody has really scored on Peralta all season long. And the way the Dodgers offense is going, unless they're playing the Giants, they can't score a freaking run anyway. It's been absolutely ridiculous to see what the Dodgers – with that lineup, you get shut out against Priester. It's not as bad. You know, I understand they didn't score, but if you really look at what these guys are swinging at, oh, my God. Take a walk. Priester against Betts. I mean, we told you Betts yesterday, so I'll eat that one on the chin. But, oh, my God, was he swinging at shit that was 3 feet outside? What is going on with the Dodgers offense? And here comes Freddie Peralta, who's been really, really, really good. And the fact that the Brewers are in the middle of this race, now they don't have to trade Peralta. That was probably going to, you know, if they wouldn't have been so hot before the break, that was probably the thought process there. But, man, it's been a tough one for the Dodgers, to say the least. It's been ugly. In this game here, we got a ton of plays, so let's give you those. Brewers money line, plus 1.5. We're also going to play a minus 1.5, 2.5 on the run line. Brewers over 3.5 team total. If you're wanting 3.5, you better get in now. The way this money line, this line's moving on the team total, it's going to be expensive here in a minute. Brewers money line, first 3, 5, and 7 innings. Freddie Peralta, 6+ strikeouts. He struck 7 in the last time he went against the Dodgers. Peralta, 18+ outs. He's rarely missed 6+ innings pitched as well. Then we get to the batters. We're on Churio and Durbin. Same 5 bets apiece. Durbin's been hot as of late. Churio, we love as well. He's really having a really, really second season for a 21-year-old. Been really good. Home run double over 1.5 hits, runs, RBIs, 2+ total bases, and 3+ total bases. Now we get to the late game of the night. Surprised that the Mariners got 6 runs on the board. Logan Evans and Lance McCullers. So the good news for the Lance McCullers fans is this game's on the road because he's been god-awful at home. And the Astros are plus money here. Evans, I think, is still giving up runs from his last time in New York. That was just a disaster that he pitched in his last game. It was, I couldn't even believe the amount of runs he was giving up in that one. Now, like I said, McCullers been much better on the road. And by the way, that New York game, he did give up 9 hits, 6 earned runs on a couple walks, couple Ks, and 4 2/3. He got absolutely just obliterated, right? Now, McCullers, here's the splits that you got to pay attention to. Away games, he has pitched almost 20 innings. I know it's limited sample size. ERA of under 0.5. That's how good McCullers has been on the road. I understand the Astros only put up 1 yesterday. I'm well aware of that. But Seattle under their team total. Astros money line from 5. Astros plus 1.5. All of those make a lot of sense and a lot of plays today. So definitely, I think it's an Astros type of night to finish off Saturday night worth of baseball. All right, so we just went through a full slate of bets. How do we get a chance to take a look at those bets? No problem at all. We've got them posted in multiple spots. Online, YouTube, channel page as well at the end of every episode on YouTube. It's a link to our Google Sheets, docs.google.com/spreadsheet, bunch of other stuff behind it. Click on that link. Go to the 2025 baseball tab. Once you do, then scroll all the way down to July 19th. You'll be able to see all of our bets, what juice we got those at, how many units we played, what book we placed them at, and obviously the result once everything's all finished up. If you like the content you're seeing here, want to see some more, we would love to have you along for the ride. I apologize for the way TikTok's been treating us lately by taking down episodes and names and everything else as they try to they're going after the big channels first. So I'm glad all of you that came over here to YouTube as well. It's an excellent spot to be. We don't have to worry about getting hammered for this or that and the other. Yes, you do have to be a real person and not do some craziness, but we can be more free. We can spend more time on absolutely what we're going through. But I recommend everybody that's came over from TikTok, follow us here on YouTube. You will like the show quite a bit better and don't have to worry about it disappearing because TikTok got mad. Anyway, so if you like the content here, hit the subscribe button and we'll show up in your subscriptions tab when we drop a new episode of bets like this. As we mentioned before, this episode brought to you by Outlier. I will have a link in the comments section for you guys. If you guys want to try it out, get all your stats, everything you need in order to help you make better bets besides following us on the Discord. If you like to do it yourself and get your own research done and do all of that, you can get on Outlier. They do have an app as well in the App Store, or you can do it online just by with your laptop or desktop as well. Also, like I mentioned, private Discord channel is available for all of you out there. It is $50 per month. It is not free, but if you look at some of the other packages that are out there that these guys are charging, it's a steal. Not only do you get all the bets early, which you do, you got bonus bets on golf. You're going to get bonus bets on UFC UFC pay-per-view this weekend as well. You get a lot of additional info, a lot of additional bets, plus you get a lot of education as well. And we've got well over 200 members that are chatting their rear ends off all the time. So if you love sports, this is an excellent opportunity to get in at a cheap price and be able to talk with a lot of like-minded people like yourself as well. So to get on the Discord, all you have to do is in the comments section, you'll see a link to WHOP.com. That'll get you to the checkout. Once you do that, we will get you over the Discord, no problem whatsoever. We do appreciate everybody's support as always, and we look forward to seeing you on our next episode.